Greetings, you guys. Father Scott here. Just wanted to reach out again and say, just in solidarity with all of you as we begin this Holy Week, and just finished offering Mass in a very special place right here in St. Mary's Cathedral. Of course, this cathedral is dedicated to our Blessed Mother Mary, but in a powerful way. It holds the relics of St. Cloud, of course, is the namesake of our city and a powerful patron, and especially in this time of pandemic, just a saint who was known for his healing power. And so I just prayed a special votive Mass in times of pandemic for all the people of St. Mary's and St. Augustine's, and indeed all the people of our diocese, just offering up the sacrifice of the Mass for each of you. And this is a particularly difficult time, especially this last weekend with Palm Sunday. So hard, and yet so poignant to pray through the passion of Christ, and just to let our hearts be moved again by this story of our salvation, the agony Christ goes through for us, and so that we can unite our agony to His, that we can place our hope in Him and in Him alone. But to think that St. Cloud did that. And I'm just going to turn a little bit here and just remind you of this beautiful place, the shrine of St. Cloud. What a powerful saint. I can just tell you, just offering Mass now, that to look up into his eyes as he holds the chalice with the Eucharist, and to raise up the chalice as well as one of the priests that have followed in his footsteps is just a moving experience. And my heart just continues to grieve for all of you who love the Lord so much and who are doing so many creative things to let that love continue to flow out from your hearts and your homes. So difficult, and yet a source of our communion. I was reflecting a little bit just sitting here about the life of St. Cloud. Of course, you guys probably know it well. He was born way back in the 6th century, so 522. And at the age of 5, he had to be whisked away to kind of a quarantine of sorts. He was hidden away in a monastery, and Saint Remigius was the one who took care of him from the age of about 5 until 18. So for 13 years, he was tucked away out of sight for fear that his uncles, who wanted his father's throne, would come to kill him. And so I was thinking, as we are tucked away in our quarantine, St. Cloud is one who can very much, he can identify with us, right? He can sympathize with our being set apart. And yet during that time, his love for the Eucharist continued to grow. And really his love for the Lord, even though he was in line for the throne of all of France, his love for the Lord grew so deeply that he said, Lord, I want to be your prince. I want to be a king for your kingdom alone. And that's what the Lord can do with us in this time of being set apart, of time of quarantine of sorts. And so let us turn to St. Cloud. Let us ask that his life would inspire us, and that when the time comes again for the church doors to open, and I hope it's very soon, that you can make a little pilgrimage here in thanksgiving for how St. Cloud is healing us and leading us always to Christ. So for prayers for you as we enter into this Holy Week, just know I'm going to be connected through technology, but also most importantly through our prayer, through my heart to your heart. All right, God bless you.